Hello, hello from wherever you are at this time of the day. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Yes, so today we're here to launch the GYMHA's member newsletter, which is a letter that is going to empower everyone everywhere, because this is about mental health and it's about empowering people to know that there is help, they can find information, there is always a place they can turn to when they're actually having some mental health problems or challenges. And in today's conversation, I have 4 panelists. But before we do that, I will just acknowledge the country. I would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. Now, about this newsletter, I'll just talk a little bit about it. We have the newsletter will be talking about, GYMHA's mission, what the membership benefits are, the mental health support during especially COVID-19 pandemic. We'll also have an update for the GYMHA's volunteer team, GYMHA's project highlights, which will also be in the newsletter, and then how we are moving forward in 2021 as well will be included. We'll have a lot of GYMHA's membership opportunities, global opportunities for you as well. Learning opportunities, we've got a GYMHA University as well. Job opportunities, and there's a lot of useful links that you can actually access on this newsletter just to give you more information of where you can seek help if you need to. So our first panelist is the chairperson of GYMHA, Tony Neale. Good evening, Tony.
It's great to be on the show. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you for joining us tonight on this amazing evening to launch this GYMHA's member newsletter. So Tony, the first question for you is, what is the vision, significance of GYMHA, and what is your chairperson role?
Thank you. Our vision is to make psychology a household term and to be an advocate for raising awareness and improving youth emotional and mental health outcomes. And that's what we And my role as the chairperson is like a airport controller, is to clear the runway so our board and our operations team can make it happen. So that's my role.
And Tony, why is it important for GYMHA to engage with global youth?
It's so important that we engage because there's so much mental illness out there with our youth. And by engaging them, we can educate them and bring their awareness up.
Thank you. And what are the services GYMHA provides for the young people?
Well, there's a whole host of services that we provide. Most of all is probably the coaching and mentoring. And we also have various courses. We run networking, we have seminars, we have workshops. We do a lot of research to help out with mental illness. And we also have the peer group support areas. We also have got ambassadors out to different countries helping out. So there's a whole host. And if you want to find more about our services, I invite you to jump onto our website and just have a look at what services we provide. But that's more or less them in a nutshell.
Yes, and what are the strategies GYMHA uses to help young people with mental health issues?
The first thing is to get them aware that they've got the issue, and then to educate them and to point them into an area where we can help them.
And what message would you like to give to everyone listening and watching this show this evening?
I would like them to just take notice. See for yourself, just jump onto our website, have a look what we can offer. But the thing is to do that effort to make your life better.
Thank you, Tony, for the insight. And if you're watching, this is jump on our website. It's got all the information that you need. And now we go to our second panelist, who's the Deputy Chairperson for GYMHA, and that is Carolina Modesto. Good evening.
Hi, Katinda. It's great to be here.
Good to be here with you too. And Carolina, what is the significance, benefits of the e-newsletter for GYMHA?
Thanks for the question. So the purpose of the newsletter is to give our members updates related to our organization, GYMHA's services, membership benefits and opportunities, and that includes job opportunities and opportunities to volunteer with GYMHA as well. The newsletter will be also a source of motivation for our members and subscribers to take action to improve their well-being and mental health. There are a lot of amazing tips and resources there, and like join a course, attend a lot of the free events that GYMHA offers, checking out our latest news and connecting us on social media as well.
Thank you. Often Australian organizations limit their focus onshore, but GYMHA is a global organization advocating for youth mental health. Why did you decide to expand beyond Australia?
I believe that when it comes to mental health, we are talking about something that is intrinsic and important to all human beings, regardless where they are and their postcodes. So when GYMHA advocates for youth mental health globally, we are joining a diverse global community working in this space as well. And this is a community that deeply cares about young, people's mental health and their well-being. So by being part of this global movement, GYMHA is not only breaking the stigma about mental health, but is also supporting communities to empower their youth to be the people they want to be.
Thank you. And what age group in youth GYMHA focuses on, and why is it important for various mental health and multicultural organizations in Australia and outside Australia to collaborate for youth mental health projects?
So GYMHA focuses on young people between 18 and 35 years old. And the importance of collaboration between various mental health and multicultural organizations is simply because we are stronger when we collaborate with each other. I think there are a lot of amazing work happening out there in this space, in the mental health space, and we don't need to reinvent the wheel. I think we can build meaningful and mutual relationships with partners that share the same vision and values.
And are there any global opportunities in the newsletter?
Yes, there are several global opportunities in the newsletter, such as fellowship programs, global citizenship programs as well. And this is only on the first issue. I was having a look today, and I counted 5 global opportunities there, but there's many more to come in the next issues.
And Carolina, what message would you like to give everyone listening, watching this show today?
Well, my final message is that you are always welcome to join our community as a member, as a partner, as a supporter, as a donor, or as a volunteer, and that we hope that you keep connected and looking after each other.
Thank you. Thank you for that insight, Carolina. And now we have one of our special board advisors, Dr. Parsian. Hello and good evening.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for having me. And it's wonderful actually to hear about the newsletter.
Thank you for joining us. Now, Dr. Naz, what is the significance and duties of a special board advisor?
Oh, that's a real question. So I believe that, a board advisor is not indeed the decision maker. So it's not doing anything about making a decision, but it's just giving, the committee a clear picture of the topic, whatever is the context, more, critical thinking and critical analysis points, just to facilitate the decision making and just give the board, more confidence to make the best decision and more productive decision. So this is my understanding about this role.
Thank you. And in your capacity as an educator and consultant, how difficult is it to engage and work with young people suffering from mental health?
Okay, so that's wonderful question. I would rather to use the word challenging rather than difficult. So it is challenging because young people, they are in really transitional stage and they're dealing with a lot of stuff in life. And they are still challenging with the sense of vulnerability, and they don't show up, the problems, the things, they don't ask for help easily because they want to keep, the appearance really good, validated, strong, powerful, and they hide things inside. So that's the most challenging part, which is, I think, our art and skills to give them the opportunity to show, their vulnerability and seek for help and just simply talk and tell about their emotions and their problems. That's the most challenging part that I think we just need to focus on.
But what are the factors you talk about? It's challenging for them to seek help, but what are the factors that really hinder them from seeking help?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So I think the most important factors that I can name is basically labeling, judgment. So we just need to make sure that we don't label, this is the problem. That's why actually I avoided to use the word difficult rather than I just said challenge, because challenge is not always bad. Challenge can be good and bad. And, there is less judgment in the word challenge. So I think we just need to avoid making judgment or label people with this condition, this and that disorder or that words, because if we use, these words, we definitely, push them off and we can't make a good rapport with them just to be able to open. Yeah.
Thank you. And how can the young people utilize GYMHA's services to develop their authentic self?
Yeah, I think, young people can. The very important thing is connection. If they connect to GYMHA support services, and if they make a good rapport and communication, they feel more comfortable just to share, their emotional problems, their mental challenges. And as a result of this connection, they can, gradually, step by step, grow and get some more awareness from people who are experts in this, community. And and then go through this journey. This is definitely a journey. This is not something like, happening like that. This is a journey. And I think, you should start this journey by connecting to GYMHA first. Then the rest definitely will go smoothly. And I just promise that's gonna be a wonderful growth journey for them.
Yeah, now, Dr. Nas, what is your message? What message would you like to give to everyone listening and watching this show today?
The source is within. This is actually my saying, all the time. Everyone is the master of their own health and their own wellness. But the key is we possibly need a little bit of help from people who have gone through that journey and they are really familiar with the process of discovering the source in self. So that's why I can say all young people that you have the source within, you are the master of your own health. All you need is just seeking some help. I'm here, you are here, everyone is here just to facilitate this journey for you. So that's my last message.
Thank you. Yes, for sure. You're not alone. We are all here to help, support, empower, inspire. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
Insight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now we've got our fourth panelist, which is Joy Emeh. Joy is a member and content creator at GYMHA. So Joy, good evening or good afternoon where you are today.
Hello, it's actually morning here.
Good morning.
Well, whichever one, good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here today, actually.
Thank you for joining us. Now, Joy, what is your membership experience with GYMHA?
Oh, well, I'll say so far it's been a great experience. I will remember I was given a warm welcome when I registered as a member, and I won't forget that. Well, in a nutshell, I'll say it feels like family. GYMHA feels like family. So yeah.
It is a family. It is a global family. Thank you. Yes,
Okay.
welcome. And
Thank
what
you.
was your experience in developing the newsletter?
Okay, well, I don't know, how do I explain this? Initially, it was vague. I didn't know how to go about it, considering the fact that I have not written a newsletter before. Yeah, I do content writing, but basically articles for blogs, websites, so I've not done anything newsletter. And I was also new to GYMHA. That was like my first month in GYMHA, so I didn't know how to go about it when the responsibility was thrown at me. So, but then I did what I always do. I tell myself there's always a first time. So I started researching, gathered my resources. Of course, with the help of Prof. Jude, he helped me. So I came up with different things, and here we are launching the newsletter. I think it's a success. Yeah, it's a success.
The newsletter looks amazing. Thank you very much. That was very well done. Now,
Oh, thank you.
Now, Joy, what are the membership processes and benefits of the newsletter?
Okay, the membership benefits, for GYMHA members, there are things that you benefit from. For instance, there is the networking benefit. You get to meet people, different people, and it's like an opportunity to contribute to mental health, to the growth of mental health. Here, you also build your capacities, okay? And GYMHA also offers membership certificates to its members. You also get hands-on training. I think there's an upcoming training next month on first aid and all that. So they are all benefits of GYMHA. And one other thing I noticed, I found out about GYMHA is that GYMHA is ready to stand in for its members. Let's say, for instance, you need a recommendation and all that, provided that you are a member and you've been active and GYMHA knows you. Yes, that's another benefit for you as a member.
Thank you. And how can people
You're welcome.
subscribe to the newsletter?
Okay, yeah, that's not really hard. On the website, on GYMHA website, the website is www.globalyouthmentalhealthawareness.org. So when you visit here, you have a button you click to subscribe. It's not hard. It's not a complicated process.
It's very straightforward. Thank you very much for that. And
You're welcome.
how can people get in touch with GYMHA? For example, all the social media, where can they find GYMHA?
Okay, yeah. Aside the online websites, which I just mentioned, GYMHA has social media platforms. We are on Facebook. You find us on Facebook. We're on Twitter. You also find us on LinkedIn. So these 3 social media platforms, and even Instagram, yeah, you find us there.
Thank you. So just before you go, what is your message and what would you like to give to everyone listening and watching the show today?
Yeah, what's my message? Okay, I would like to start by saying that every one of us, we should look after our mental health. Now, you might think, or you might not really understand what GYMHA is doing until you hear the number of people that are being affected with mental disorders. I was recently creating an article for a website I work with, classify.com, and the topic was basically on mental health, how to deal with mental health. So I've done some researches and I found out that quite a number of people are being affected. For instance, World Health Organization talked about the number of people, like I was checking out the prevalence of this condition. So I found out that up to 264 million people are suffering from depression alone. And that's, depression is just like one of the numerous mental issues we battle with every day. And now bringing it down to Nigeria, where I am, I found out that like 20 to 30% of the population are being affected with mental issues. That's for a population that is up to 200 million. So you can see, you might say it's not really an issue, it's not just mental health, but mental health is affecting almost every other thing you do. It affects your physical well-being as well. It affects the way you interact with people. It affects your actions, your behaviors, your feelings. So it is very important. And I like the fact that GYMHA understands this. That's why it's launching different health awareness programs to help us combat and promote our mental health. So I'm saying we should look out for each other, because sometimes it's not written on the face. You might not know. Your neighbor might be suffering from depression, you won't know. But when you reach out, it makes it all easier for you to find out or detect that something is going on or that something is wrong. And you as an individual, look out for mental health. It's as important as the physical health as well. And also, everyone is welcome to join and be part of GYMHA. You'll be welcomed in our platform. All right, so that's it from me.
Thank you so much, Joy, for that insight, for that information. Now, before we go, please remember our website is www.globalyouthmentalhealthawareness.org. And you can also find us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook as GYMHA. Thank you so much for all our guests for being here today and sharing this launch about this GYMHA's newsletter. Thank you and stay well. Bye for now.